Thank you all for taking time out of your schedule for being here, and particularly those distinguished guests for being here to represent your office and support the Promise. With that, it is my pleasure to turn the program over to our host today, Superintendent Chris Steinhauser.
Thank you, Mark. This is a very exciting time because this is why we all went into education to support students. I tell everybody that I'm truly blessed to live in Long Beach, to work in Long Beach, and to be the superintendent here because I have two great partners behind me here, King Alexander and Eloy Oakley, who believe in working together to do whatever for our students. We have great boards, we have great chancellors of the community college as well as the CSUs, and that means that our 84,000 students here actually don't have to leave to get a college degree and to get gainfully employed. And I'm an example of that. I went K-12, Bryant, Jefferson, Wilson, Long Beach City for 2 years, then they kicked me out, sent me to Long Beach State, and then they kicked me out, and then Long Beach Unified opened their arms 30 years ago. And so if it weren't for all these institutions, I wouldn't be standing here today and all the thousands of people that help all of our students every single day. And so I want to tell our parents and our students, thank you for believing in us. And please, everyone, join in giving a huge round of applause to these two gentlemen back here because they don't have to do this. They really do this because they believe it's the right thing to do, to work together. And if they didn't believe in that, we would not have this Long Beach College Promise. So let's give them a round of applause. I also want to call out two special people. You saw Mark Taylor. He's an unbelievable person. And Chris Dominguez, who works in Long Beach Unified. Is Chris here? Raise your hand, Chris. Stand up. These two individuals, Mark and Chris, they are the ones who are working behind the scenes to get all this work done. And I tell you right now, I know that King, Eloy, and myself, we get calls every single day. Can we copy what you're doing? And we say you had to come and learn and do it. But if it weren't for these two people, we wouldn't be as far as we are today. It's my great honor to introduce to you today our keynote speaker, Chancellor Scott. Chancellor Scott has a long history, and he's a good person because he's a history major, and he has his doctorate in history, and that's my favorite subject. But really, he's been a teacher, he's been a president of community colleges, Pasadena, and I think it's just Cypress, I'm sorry. He has been a lawmaker, and he's passed over 100 bills, and he's been recognized as the Lawmaker of the Year by numerous organizations because of his commitment to the public of California. And he's committed to the work that we're doing. We wouldn't be able to have passed Senate Bill 650, and we're so thankful to Senator Lowenthal for that, if we didn't have the strong support from the Chancellor's office. So he's our #1 cheerleader in Sacramento. And for the students in the audience, the Chancellor, there are over 100 community colleges. And the Chancellor is like the principal of all those community colleges. It's like the superintendent's the principal of all the schools in the district. He's the principal of all the community colleges. So he's got a tough job because he has to work with people like Eloy Oakley over here. But he really is your #1 cheerleader because he wants to make sure that every single student in California gets a great education and gets to do what they want to do in their life, in their career. So please welcome Chancellor Scott.
Well, thank you very much. This is a great city, Long Beach. I've been here many times and always impressed by your shoreline and by downtown Long Beach. And I am so impressed by these three educational institutions: Long Beach Unified School District, Long Beach City College, and California State University at Long Beach. And as was pointed out, I serve as Chancellor of California Community Colleges. That happens to be the largest system of higher education in the United States, 2.6 million students, 112 colleges. And certainly one of the outstanding gems of that system is Long Beach City College, which has been here for many decades and has served this area very well. And I began to hear about the Long Beach Promise. And I wanted to learn more about it because in 2011, I was involved in the formation of a student success task force for community colleges. And we studied ways that we could improve student success in our colleges. And do you know our first recommendation, we gave 22 recommendations, but the first recommendation was that we would collaborate more with high schools, that there would be a closer relationship between the K through 12 system and community colleges. And so I want to travel around and find out examples of that. And I don't know of a better example in the state of California than the Long Beach Promise. It's not only something that sounds great on paper, it's something that is doing such an outstanding job in improving college-going rates among Long Beach Unified School District graduates. And my understanding is that 74% of those who graduated from Long Beach Unified School District went on to college. That's a much higher college-going rate. And you are an urban area, so you have all of the difficulties and the problems that go along with any urban area, but you have a much higher college-going rate. And that's because I think of this wonderful Long Beach Promise that has been put together that indicates what it is that students will go on to do. So I'm here really not to talk to you, but to learn from you and to see how that works. Well, it's because of the very close coordination that exists. Not only do you have a higher college-going rate, but you have a higher success rate of those who go on to Long Beach City College and California State University at Long Beach. There's a greater persistence rate. These individuals go to college, but they don't simply enter college, they succeed in college. Imagine last year, for instance, at Long Beach City College, 1,675 of the freshmen there were from the Long Beach Unified School District. The same thing was true over at California State University at Long Beach. They have the highest enrollment that they've ever had of Long Beach graduates. So something's working here. There's a magic that's going on here. And I think the magic is just the hard work that's done in collaboration. Because when you get institutions as large as the institutions are that we're talking about, the Unified School District, the City College, the State University, sometimes they get pretty unwieldy. And sometimes it's pretty hard to bring them together. But something magical has happened here at Long Beach. And it means so much in changing the lives of those who are members of this particular community and the children that are members of this community. And let me tell you that this has been done in the past 4 years, this increase at the same time when the state of California has drastically reduced its funding for education. We, for instance, in the community colleges just 2 years ago took an 8% cut. And now this year, we're taking a 7.5% cut. Now, can you imagine what that means in terms of the ability to offer courses and to do all the things you'd like to do and to hire more personnel? But still, this works here. Still, this Long Beach Promise is going on. And as a result, lives are transformed. Individuals who normally wouldn't go on to college are now going to college. And if you look at all the statistics, it's pretty clear that the tie between economics and education is remarkable. Did you know that the difference in a lifetime earning between someone who has only a high school diploma and someone who has a bachelor's degree is about $1 million? So I often say to high school seniors, you want to earn $1 million? And of course, suddenly I get their attention. They kind of would like to know how to earn $1 million. And I say, go on and continue your education, because that's the key to mobility in America. Oh, I know there are exceptions to it. There are individuals who have succeeded with minimal education, and there are those who have had a lot of education, like myself, who haven't succeeded. But I'm just talking about the statistics. The statistics are clear, and it's going to be more and more necessary. In fact, a recent study by the Public Policy Institute of California said that by 2025, 41% of the workforce should have a college degree. And yet at the rate at which we're going, only 35% will. But I'm not talking merely about college degrees. I can tell you that those certificates, whether it's being in nursing or automobile servicing or radiological technician that we have at Long Beach City College, is also a means to economic improvement. In fact, a recent study by the U.S. Department of Education said that between 2008 and 2018, those middle skill jobs would increase by 19%. So there's something great going on here. You may, as individuals who live in this community, may not realize exactly how privileged you are to live in a community that the three great institutions of education in this community are absolutely devoted to seeing that all of the students in Long Beach will get a college education, that there will be a seamless means by which individuals can go from Long Beach Unified School District on to Long Beach City College and then move on to Long Beach State. In fact, we passed a bill a little over a year ago, Senate Bill 1440, which is going to ease that transition even more. But one of the reasons that we could pass a bill like that is to look at this place as a model. So I am thrilled to stand before you, not because I'm responsible, but because as a state chancellor, I'm down here to tell you how much I'm proud of the city of Long Beach and how proud I am of these three great educational institutions who decided we're going to work together to better the lives of all of those who live in Long Beach. Thank you very much. And now I would like to introduce one of the people that I've gotten to know in the community colleges who's done a superb job and is one of the great leaders of community colleges, and that's Eloy Oakley. Eloy Ortiz Oakley has really done a superb job at Long Beach City College, and I'm going to call him up here to the platform next.
Thank you, Chancellor Scott, and as a little thank you from us here in Long Beach and for your ongoing support, because although we do have a little magic going on here in Long Beach, we couldn't sustain it without folks like you in Sacramento. So thank you for coming to visit with us today, and we just want to leave you a little token of our appreciation to take back with you and wear proudly in Sacramento.
Thank you.
Well, welcome everyone. It's great to see you all again. It's hard to believe that we're here, sitting here celebrating our 4th anniversary of the Long Beach College Promise. Time certainly flies when you're having fun. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your ongoing support. I just want to add a few things to what Chancellor Scott said. The Student Success Task Force that he launched about a year ago is one of the most important movements in California community college history. And it's focused on getting more of our students into our community colleges prepared, getting them out as quickly as possible, and prepared for the workforce, because California needs an educated workforce. That's certainly what we are attempting to do here in Long Beach, but with the support of and leadership of Chancellor Scott, we can do what we're doing here on a state scale. So I hope that we all come to his support as the bills come up in the legislature. I hope that we pay attention and that we give Chancellor Scott all the support that we can give him through our own representatives in Sacramento. So thank you, Chancellor Scott, for your leadership. The Long Beach College Promise, you know, we've talked a lot about, but just to give you an indication of some of the things that we've accomplished this year. At Long Beach City College, more than 1,600 local high school graduates had their enrollment fees waived this last fall, and over 2,000 in the last 3 years, thanks to the Long Beach College Promise Scholarship. As you all know, one of the components of the Long Beach College Promise is to encourage students to come to Long Beach City College right out of high school. And so if you come to Long Beach City College right out of high school, from any of the local area high schools, we will waive your tuition for that first semester. And that's done because of the leadership and support of the Long Beach College Foundation, which has raised over $6.5 million to make this happen for our students. So I want to just take a moment to thank all the members of the Long Beach College, City College Foundation, particularly members of Rotary of Long Beach, who are a big part of this scholarship. So please join me in giving them a round of applause. Long Beach City College is strengthening the college promise for Long Beach Unified students through the Promise Pathways. This is a new initiative that we've launched this year to really focus on incoming freshmen from Long Beach Unified School District. Superintendent Steinhauser and Long Beach Unified have committed to doing everything they can to prepare their students to be college ready. And we're going to create as clear a pathway for them as possible. If these students follow the pathway that we laid out for them, we will guarantee them their courses when they come to Long Beach City College. And let me tell you something, folks. These days, given the difficulties we're having with the budget, given the shrinking enrollments, a guaranteed class is something that is becoming more and more valuable by the day. So I encourage all of our Long Beach Unified High School students to pay attention to what's going on, to pay attention to the changes and get involved in preparing themselves for college. Because if you do so and you get on the promised pathways, we will ensure that there is a pathway for you when you get to Long Beach City College. Now, none of this could be possible, particularly given all the turmoil that we face in California, without a committed and supportive Board of Trustees. So I do want to take a moment to recognize the Board of Trustees for the Long Beach Community College District. And before I do that, I also want to recognize the support of the Long Beach Unified Board of Education. I want to thank them for continuing to support Superintendent Steinhauser to make this happen as well. And I was commenting to Chancellor Scott, one of the reasons we have a great school board is because at least 2 of the school board members were former community college administrators. So, and they happen to be sitting here, Dr. Williams and Mr. McGinnis. So thank you. Now let me thank the Board of Trustees. We have gone through some very difficult years, and we're going through one of our most difficult years this year. But they remain committed to the Long Beach College Promise. They remain committed to ensuring that we create pathways for our local students, and that's becoming a more difficult job as the days grow. So I want to personally thank the Board of Trustees, Dr. Tom Clark, who could not be with us today, Mr. Mark Bowen, who could not be with us today, but also Mr. Jeff Kellogg, Mr. Roberto Uranga, and in particular our board president, Mr. Doug Otto, whose steadfast leadership has allowed us to continue push forward with the Promised Pathway. So thank you. Please give them another round of applause. So we will continue pushing forward, and with the support of my colleagues sitting behind me and all of you, we will continue to make it happen here in Long Beach. But it will become more and more difficult as the days go on. The news you're hearing from Sacramento continues to get more dire. The news you're hearing from our board meetings continues to be more troubling, and it will be so for quite a while. So we must continue to work together as a community to ensure that we can continue to provide the greatest educational opportunities possible for our students here in Long Beach.
And I want to introduce another great partner, and that's Dr. Alexander. He lives the promise because his children go to Long Beach Unified, and we talk about it, and I get to talk to him about because my son is getting his master's at Cal State Long Beach. So we can talk about all the things that are positive about our experience. So Dr. Alexander, we publicly want to thank you for your commitment for our students in Long Beach Unified.
Thank you, Chris. Nice job, Terrence. Thank you all for coming today. I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank Chancellor Scott for coming back to Long Beach and everything he's done for us. While he was in office as senator, he was one of the leading advocates for education. And I'd like to use this opportunity that as he's moving into his retirement to urge him to go back to Sacramento and remind everybody up there how important education, our children and students really are, because I think they've lost sight of this important economic and social goal of all of ours. We're all here for a number of reasons, but primarily we're here, number one, because we're part of the public school system. And that's Eloy, myself, Chris, we're all part of the same school system. We're also here, and at the risk of sounding like a snob, we're all here because we know you guys can all go to college. Every one of you guys can go to college. Every one of you guys can succeed in college. Now, can I have a show of hands of all the students in the room who are going to be headed to college and believe they can go to college? Please raise your hands. Thank you. That means it's our jobs to make sure those pathways are clear for them. So at this time, I'd like to thank all the teachers in the classroom, all the principals, all the assistant principals, all the administrators, all of our faculty, all of our staff members who've made this partnership work. This is the easy part. That's the hard part. Please join me in thanking all of our teachers. I know Principal Huff's there from Rogers, where my daughter goes to school, and thank all the principals, all the teachers for the days and days of hard work that have made this one of the nation's best, if not the nation's best, partnership. Thank you, teachers and administrators. What you may not know is that this partnership has not only produced more pathways to get more of our students to Cal State Long Beach and Long Beach City College, but we've increased the percentage of students going on to college in Long Beach from 66% to 74%. We've also been the only school district and the only district in the state of California to mandate the early assessment placement exam for our juniors. The state has 74% of the juniors taking this early assessment, early warning system test at the end of their junior year to determine whether they're college ready in math and English. In Long Beach Unified School District, it's 97%, thanks to the work of our teachers and thanks to the work of our Superintendent Steinhauser. Thank you, Superintendent Steinhauser, for making it such a great model. On a couple side notes, I do think Long Beach takes this for granted because we have been working so well together and so many of our faculty believe in every one of our children and every one of our students that you may not know that the McKinsey Company last year ranked the Long Beach Unified School District as being one of the top 20 school districts in the world in its partnership in higher education, but also in performance. Only 3 of those 20 school districts were in the United States. One of them is right here in Long Beach. Furthermore, the Eli Broad Foundation has continuously, every year, ranked this urban school district as one of the top 5 school districts in America. This is what our partnership does. It allows us to not only get recognized on a national basis, but it's the outcomes that make people notice. It's the outcomes are the reason why Eloy and Chris and I are constantly getting phone calls from Des Moines, Iowa, Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky, to talk about this partnership and talk about the performance, what outcomes have truly emerged from this. And it was a little less than a year ago today that President Oakley, myself, and Superintendent Steinhauser were invited to the White House. We're invited to the White House to present how well this system works together. This is a real credit to our trustees, it's a credit to our faculty, it's a credit to the administrators, it's a credit to the parents and the business leaders in this community that we forged one of the best partnerships in America, and now we're getting recognized as one of the best. And when we showed up in Washington, we weren't sure if we were going to be sitting around 25 other school districts that were telling their story as well, but we weren't. We were the only one there talking about this great promise and what it has created for Long Beach. At this time, I'd like to thank everybody for their involvement in this, and I'd like to urge you, when you have an opportunity to support education, when you have an opportunity, which you will this November, make sure that you're voting for our future. You're voting for the investments in our future, which are every one of these children sitting in front of us today. They can succeed with your support. Without your support, we stand on shaky legs. And increasingly, you heard about the cuts Long Beach City College has endured, the cuts that the school district has endured. We've dealt with a 30% plus reduction in our budgets as well at Cal State Long Beach. So instead of voting based on the broadest of educational ideas that you hear on the news or you hear, vote for the Long Beach College Promise come November. Because all we need is your support to make this work, not only in the way that it has done for years to come, but to make it work for decades to come. But we're going to need your support to make sure that these children have their pathways to become our students, and then the pathways are clear, that they become our graduates in the future economy of this region. So thank you all very, very much for coming out, and please support us when the opportunity arises, and make sure that you know that you're supporting our future investments. These are the children and the future investments of this college promise, our economy, and the state of California. Thank you very much.